Here's some dual installed Lasko box fans. I just got a new blade for this fan. I robbed it off a junked one. I was not going to be paying the money for a new one. $13 for a new blade. So look at that one. It's pretty warm now. It's about like 70 degrees. It's a little warmer in this room. Figured I'd make a video of these fans running. This one's a newer one. This is like this is not a 3733. I forget how the new ones are labeled. That one's a 3733. I was actually there, in fact, when my grandma bought this fan. She bought a lot of these because her house flooded. And 2 of them work. And I have actually maintained this one. I have that one. I have not took apart the motor on this one yet because this one's new. It's got minimal dust on the blade. It's not really nothing. It's nothing crazy. My stupid phone will focus, so you can kind of see it. Some of the blades are dirty, some of the blades aren't dirty. But this fan blade was filthy. Let's look at the motor. Yeah, I need to take apart the motor and actually get the dust out. I took I compressed air to it at once, and it's kind of sat ever since because the blades were like shot. It fell when it was running, and it shattered the blades because the blades hit the cage. Cage isn't damaged, but the blades were shot. There's not really anything different from these fans. I really think this fan has more wind noise. And I think the motor is a little faster. It does not have a good spin down speed because it's been sitting for a while. Because I've not found any blade. It has been used. It actually used to sit on her porch, and that goes to show because it's really freaking yellow. So yeah, let's get up with the startup. I perfectly like the white one more because it's got a more nice sound to it. The black one says a longer spin down speed. 83 running on high. And then there's a look at I forget what that model number is. Now, I do have the Dayton still. I just changed around the fans. I wanted to try this one out. I would have whipped out the Dayton today because it was like 83 degrees in here. It's like 83 today. But, they had to run a lot, but, it really cooled down the room a decent amount. I really need to put a piece of wood up here because there's this gap and it's making air flow. It was an immaculate amount of air. I will get it. I will say for both of them. Now, I have ran Holmes and Lasko together, and I ran them all day on like medium or high. So I maintained that home. That home was like before they went to crap. I always liked that home to the homes. Holmes was a good fan company. I actually have one of those posted, man. Or not posted. I have one of the Holmes table fans. There's a look at that Glory motor. Kind of a weird name for that. It's called a Glory. The logo's right here. I know mine is older when it needs maintenance. It's a Glory motor too. I think that's like a aluminum cast. I don't really know. No, this kind of like sat on the shelf. It moves enough amount of air for that light to move. I will say it moves a decent amount of air for Lasko. Even though this fan's like it's like 15 years old. It still works just fine. I mean, I was worried that I want to try and fit this metal plate on it, like another Lasko metal plate. That one they used to make the metal offset blade, like the metal offset metal blades. Right now we're going to do a spin down to see which one has the better spin down. I think the black one does because I was using it earlier. Let's go white. Let's see what the white one does. I don't have the window open. I used to have the window open back there. I shut it. I hate to break it to you, that is not a high pressure sodium light. That is a quartz lamp. That was not a good spin down. I'll show y'all again. It wasn't as long. Now, the fan I got this off, had a bad capacitor. And the whole bottom metal part was rusted off from it sitting out in the weather. That wasn't bad. There's the black one. Now, so far these fans have not changed over the years. They really haven't. This one has a much better spin down speed. Spin down time, not speed. Now, I'm probably going to post a video of all the fans in my garage, like a startup of all of them. I'm going to include the Dayton attic fan because, I'm just going to do a spring startup of all my fans. We got on a tangent about street lights. Don't want to make the fan fall out, but you see that light over there? That's a mercury vapor. You got that junk right there, that's an LED. I tried to get a light on that pole back in a few years. When I had high pressure sodium, I could not get a light on that pole. It sucks, but I do have a light on the side of my house. It's a flood lamp. It's a really old one too. It's one of the good ones. It does not have, it used to have well, actually I take that back. It did not have incandescent in it. It was never used. It's a good light, I'll say. It lights up the yard pretty decent for LEDs. Sorry, Windows hazy. Let me see. All you people don't like lights. Here's a view of it. There's a view of them. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Here. Smells pretty good. Yeah, it's got some cheap LEDs in there. I know. It's actually really high off the ground. This is like high off the ground. It's just like, that's the ground level. You have to have like a ladder to climb up here, so that's why the fans are all the way up here. They're pretty high up. If you've ever seen the Dayton video, I showed how high off the ground it was. Now, that concludes this video. These fans, they've been running like a long time. They've been running like a 4 to 3 hours today. Now, I'm kind of surprised this fan is thrown off balance because it does have a piece, like, hit from the side of it. You know, keep in mind this fan was used outside, but I don't think that'd be enough to throw off the blade balance. But the bottom, though, that's a big chunk missing. But I can't recall if that came from the factory like that, but it doesn't, it's a good fan. I figured I'd just make a video, huh? Catch you in the next one. Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna post another video. Yeah, I do also have another fan here. It's a Blue Zoo. I'm gonna have to make a video on this fan. I really dig the blade design. Let me see if I can see it. It kind of reminds me of a boat propeller, to be honest. It's a Blue Zoo. This thing was like 70 bucks, but I need to make a video on it. It's a good fan. No real easy way to clean it, so I usually just take a piece of like compressed air to it, like with my air compressor. So it's a very interesting fan install here. Now I was going to try to get some ceiling fans put in here, but these lights are like embedded in the ceiling. They're like square lights. They have incandescents in them, but the incandescents burned out. So now I have this light, and it's on all night because I just don't like this room being dark, and so it has power. These work. I just don't turn it on. This one works. That one does not work. This one does work, I think. Don't quote me on that, but they're good lights, I think. But there's the view of the fans. Catch you in the next video. Later.